Hey guys, it's Heather here, and today I'm bringing you the top attack strategy for Town Hall 9 in this new meta, and that is the Quad LaLo, Quad LaLoon. It's essentially 4 lava hounds, a massive amount of balloons, and some minions for cleanup. There are some small variations to this attack just depending on the base. If the base is weaker, maybe you only need 3 lava hounds, but typically I'm still taking 4 lava hounds. You just want to make sure that those all pop so that you have all of the lava pups for cleanup. As far as the spells go, you're going to want to be taking mainly haste spells. You can also take a heal spell or 2 to help with your balloons. You're also going to want to take a poison or 2 to help take out the enemy clan castle and also slow down the enemy archer queen. Or you can also bring some skeleton spells to be able to take out the enemy archer queen, just depending on the base and how difficult it is for you to be able to reach the enemy archer queen and how you plan on taking her out. This is a video I've been meaning to get out to you guys for 2 weeks now. Just had so much going on with the holidays, but right as soon as the update hit with the balloons, people were figuring this out and seeing just how powerful balloons were at Town Hall 9. And really, there isn't a troop composition that compares to using balloons at Town Hall 9, at least not right now. It's no surprise that the offensive meta of the game moves much quicker than the defensive meta of the game. Of course, we all know there's a reason for that, because the moment the new update hits and there's changes to the troops within the game, or there's new troops in the games, we can do hundreds and thousands of friendly challenge attacks and be able to figure out the meta and figure out what's going to work against the current defensive meta in the game. But the defensive meta is stalled because you have to take the time to build the base, and then you have to take the time to test it, and every time you need to make tweaks to that base, it takes another 24 hours before you can retest it again. So one of the main things I would like to see in 2017 is a huge improvement on the cooldown for the base building so that we can get the defensive meta up to speed much quicker. Once this last update hit, people were messaging Joshy. You guys should all know Joshy. He's the one that I talk to and get base builds for the Town Hall 9 that I use on my channel, and he is a Town Hall 9 base building expert. And people were messaging him and being like, "So how are you going to stop this, Joshy?" And his response was, I suggest you go to Town Hall 10. Bye. But it's actually motivated him to try and figure out a way to stop this attack. And so he's been building a ton of bases over the last 2 weeks. And more than likely, I'm going to be showing you guys one of those bases in the next video that I do. So I'm going to teach you this crazy strong attack right now, and then in my next video I'm going to give you tips on how to stop it, because I expect that at Town Hall 9 most of the attacks are going to be air attacks if they aren't already. So let me cover some of the most important tips for this attack. Now, the first day when we started out doing these friendly challenges and seeing people attack, people were using over 40 balloons and just rolling over bases. They didn't even need lava hounds. They were just using skeleton spells to take out the archer queen, or they're using their king and their archer queen to be able to take out the archer queen, because in the previous defensive meta, typically what you would see is the archer queen that was offset onto one of the corners so that you had to attack from that side. She wasn't centralized so that you could attack the base from any direction and be able to reach her in one jump. She was set to one side, which kind of forced the attacker to either attack at the archer queen or to have to use some other method to be able to reach her. So with this attack, if you're approaching the base and there's an offset archer queen, typically what you're going to want to do is use your heroes to be able to take her out. You may have to use some wall breakers, or if your archer queen can snipe her from over the wall, that's fine. So you're going to want to concentrate on using your heroes to take out the enemy archer queen if possible. If, however, you cannot reach the enemy archer queen and she's centralized, we're going to be taking her out using the lava pups and possibly some skeleton spells as well, once she is distracted by attacking one of your hounds or a group of your balloons. So that's our 2 methods of dealing with the enemy archer. Of course, you can also do a go LaLoon, use a kill squad to be able to reach the enemy archer queen and take out the clan castle, but I found that's really not necessary, and actually it's a hindrance to your attack to have to lose 30 plus of your troop space, having to drop one of your lava hounds to be able to take down an enemy archer queen. You're far better off just doing this attack all from the air. Okay, so now you know how you're going to deal with the enemy archer queen. The other thing you need to worry about is what's what's in the clan castle. If it's a golem or a lava hound, you don't need to pull that. You don't need to worry about it at all. But I am finding now that air attacks are becoming more prevalent. You're usually going to see some baby dragons, a dragon, some wizards, minions, things that are definitely going to hinder your balloons. So you're going to want to pull that clan castle. So when you pull the clan castle, it's just like you're used to when you're doing a penta LaLoon. You're going to want to make sure you know the range of the clan castle. And I prefer to send balloons in to pull the clan castle because I only want to pull out troops that are going to target air. I don't want to pull out the Valkyrie. I don't want to pull out the clan castle balloons. I'd rather just not even have to deal with those when I'm taking out the clan castle. So that's why I like to send in the air troops. Also, the benefit of sending in air troops is I might be able to trigger some air traps. I am also going to be able to take out some of those defensive buildings. So if I'm pulling the clan castle, the number one thing I like to go against is a wizard tower. If I can send in just 2 or 3 balloons and pull the clan castle and also take out a wizard tower, that is awesome. If I can take out a wizard tower, taking out an archer tower is great. So my rule of thumb for pulling out a clan castle is you should be able to get to the clan castle within 2 defenses. If you can do that, you can typically just send in 2 balloons. I also like to use one of my haste spells to rush the balloons in and ensure that I'm taking care of a few defenses along the way. Remember, the number one thing you want to get rid of is wizard towers. If you could get rid of an air defense because they're super shallow, yeah, go for it, but that's highly unlikely. Archer towers are great to get rid of. Teslas are great to get rid of. And an air sweeper is awesome to get rid of. So look for that. What is the high value buildings that you can get by using 2 to 3 of your balloons on this clan castle pull? So that means you're going to want to try to avoid sending your clan castle pull against mortars and cannons. Sometimes it can't be avoided, but this is just what you're looking for. So the rule of thumb is if you're going in range of an air defense, you need to send 3 balloons. If you're not going in range of an air defense, you can just send 2. The other rule of thumb is how much value can you get for those balloons? If you're going to be able to take out a wizard tower, an air sweeper, an archer tower with this clan castle pull, then yeah, send in 3 balloons, send in a haste, make sure you get all that taken out of the way because that is super high value for just your 3 balloons and 1 haste spell to get all that taken care of. And once you have that enemy clan castle pulled, you're going to want to pull them over towards where you're going to be launching your heroes. And hopefully you can do that using a minion that's out of range of any air targeting defenses, but maybe not. So you're going to want to pull them over to the area that is closest to the enemy archer queen so that your heroes can take out the enemy clan castle and then can follow through and take out the enemy archer queen if that is the case. If that's not the case and the enemy archer queen is deep in the center and you're going to have to use skeleton spells or going to have to use your lava pups on taking out the enemy archer queen, then look to where your king and your archer queen can get the most value after they take out the enemy clan castle. So you're going to want to put them on a side where there's going to be easy access to wizard towers or easy access to archer towers. You're going to want to avoid putting your heroes where there are a lot of cannon defenses. Try to avoid that because you're not getting any value for your heroes taking out the cannons. So as we move through this phase of the attack, you're having your heroes take out the enemy clan castle, you're having your heroes take out the enemy archer queen if possible. You can also use a skeleton spell on the enemy archer queen, especially if your heroes are low level. That skeleton spell can help distract the enemy archer queen. Dropping a poison on the enemy archer queen really slows her down, which allows your queen to be saved. So if you're going up against a much higher archer queen, just dropping that poison spell on her will be enough for your low level archer queen to be able to take her out. Now once you've done that, it's time to move on to the next phase of the attack. I like to start this air attack from behind the sweepers. I don't like to go against the sweepers, so try to avoid that as much as possible. The rest really doesn't matter as much. I just find that the sweepers are the biggest annoyance, even though you're using haste spells, and that's usually enough to be able to counteract the sweeper. I just find that it still ends up separating your hounds from your balloons at a much greater distance than if you were to attack in a sweeper blind. So as you send in the lava hounds, it's just like the penta LaLoon tutorial. You're going to send your hounds in so that they cover a large portion of the base, hopefully picking up those red air bombs and triggering them and having them hit the lava hounds instead of your balloons. Either you're going to be sending 2 hounds against 2 separate air defenses, or you're going to have them coming from opposite directions going in against 1 air defense. If the archer queen is up, you're going to want to make sure that you have more lava hounds on her side so that when she pops those lava pups, they can help take her out. But you also want to make sure that you have good space spacing on those lava hounds so that they cover the base and they protect your balloons. And so once they take out one air defense, they will travel to the next air defense, keeping that spacing, allowing your balloons in the background to come in and take care of all the rest of the defenses. So once you have your hounds in, you're going to immediately want to start getting your balloons in. Rule of thumb is that you send 3 balloons in per defense. I typically just send in a wall of balloons because I'm not that fast with dropping my troops. And if I try and send in 3 balloons per defense, my lava hounds will probably already be dead by the time I launch all my balloons. So either if you're really fast and you're really good, go ahead and send in 3 balloons per defense, or just go ahead and drop them all in a wall. You're going to want to keep that spacing, make sure they're protected by the lava hounds, and send them in. And then once you've done that, you're going to want to start dropping your haste spells for those balloons. And you can go ahead and drop those haste spells a little bit shallow. You don't want your balloons taking all that time to travel from the trash buildings and then across the wall and then finally start hitting defenses before they get to a haste spell. You can drop that a little bit further out so you can rush them in. You want to get them taking out those defenses, the archer towers that are going to be targeting your lava hounds, as quickly as possible and get them to the air defenses. And the most popular way to drop your haste spells is to do it in a horseshoe fashion, like that half circle. Just drop them in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion, going where the balloons are going to cover. And then you're going to have a lot of haste spells typically, so then just watch your balloons and see where they need help. You're going to want to rush them in to take care of the air defenses. You're definitely going to want to make sure that the balloons are taking out the wizard towers fast, because those are the ones that are going to do the most damage once your balloons start bunching up. This is also going to be a good place for you to use heal spells, either that 1 or 2 heal spells that you use. When you notice a larger pack of balloons that are being attacked by a wizard tower, go ahead and give them a heal spell. But if you drop a heal spell on them, don't go ahead and drop a haste spell on them too. There's no point in dropping a heal spell and then rushing them through it before they get the chance to use the full benefit of the heal spell. And then you're going to use the rest of your minions, the 10 or so that you brought along, to do cleanup. So you're going to drop them on the back end where it looks like there isn't lava pups that are helping to do cleanup. Make sure you drop a minion in the corners if there's any trash buildings in the corners. And you can go ahead and start doing that once you're no longer worried about dropping any haste spells or heal spells for your balloons. This attack is really fast. You shouldn't worry about running out of time on this attack unless for some reason you end up with 3 lava hounds at the end that haven't popped. That's probably going to be your issue there. But if you keep good spacing on your balloons, you should be okay to not stress out about dropping your minions until you've used all your spells. Alright guys, I think I've pretty much covered this attack. If you have other tips for this attack, be sure to leave a comment down below and let other people know what's worked for you. Also let me know how this is working for you now that you've seen the tutorial and how it's working for your clan mates too. For this strategy attack guide and for all of my attack guide videos, in the description down below, I'm going to link to a playlist that is just replays of this attack. So if you have any questions, you want to see other variations of how this attack is being used to 3-star against different bases, you can go and watch those replays. And that's going to be on my second channel, which is the Clan War Attacks. So you can check that out for just a ton of different attack replays if you just want to go watch them and get some extra tips and extra ideas on how to do this attack yourself. And huge shout out to all the guys in the UK that joined the FPC UK clan from all the different CWO clans. Also, all the guys over in Mariana Trench for being willing to do these attacks for me and showcase their awesomeness. Hopefully be able to do that a lot more in the future. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for me. So if you like this video, be sure to like it. And if you love it, go ahead and subscribe to me because I'm going to be coming back at you again soon. You're not going to want to miss the next video. You're definitely going to want to see the base design that's hopefully going to stop this attack. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. If you need more help with this attack or any attack or base building tips, be sure to join my Discord room. Discord's an app. You can find the link to that down in the description below. Join the Clash Tutor room. Lots of cool people in there who are willing to help you out with your attacks and your bases. And I'll catch you next time.